Now on WRDE Coast TV.
New technology at the Dewey Beach Police Department, how some say it's a critical step toward public safety.
An annual closure in a popular state park, why the point will be closed until the fall.
The gloomy clouds will stick around, but it still won't stop us from reaching our 70s for tomorrow. But then rain comes with it as well.
An exhibition driving bill in the works in Maryland. It's aimed at reckless drivers. We're going to tell you how the Ocean City community feels about it.
From the beaches to the bays, coverage you can count on. WRDE Coast TV News at 6 starts right now.
A body-worn camera for every officer at the Dewey Beach Police Department. Good evening, I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. We begin tonight with a nearly $200,000 investment by the Dewey Beach Police Department. That is for body cameras.
The department says it's been trying to get these cameras for 5 years. Many officers are already wearing the body-worn cameras, and the goal is to equip every officer by the start of summer. WRDE's Heidi Kirk is live in Dewey Beach. Heidi, you have one of those cameras in your hand?
Maddie and Charlie, it's as simple as clicking this button twice and the camera is ready to record for up to 18 hours. Every officer here at the Dewey Beach Police Department will wear one of these to and from work and throughout the entire duration of their day.
Show how it works, but
2 clicks.
This is how you turn it on.
And these body-worn cameras are ready to record up to 18 hours of video.
This will help explain the true story of what has happened in their complaints and when they're responding to calls for service.
Sergeant Cliff Dempsey has been with the Dewey Beach Police Department for 22 years. Dempsey calls the cameras a game changer.
The cameras will ultimately, protect our police officers that are working our streets here in Dewey Beach. But on the other hand, it's going to protect the citizens as well. While
the body cameras are a new addition here in Dewey Beach, other police departments in Sussex County have had them for several years now. The cameras are a $194,000 investment by the town, using funds from the Department of Homeland Security. Body cameras have become critical during contentious arrests. There was no footage last year when a Milford man was shot and killed by an officer after the man brought a gun inside the starboard. The Delaware Department of Justice says the use of force was justified. Dempsey says the town was looking into body cameras even before that. Town manager Bill Zolper says in all cases, the ability to review footage is key.
We'll be able to review it. The attorney generals will be able to review it. Any attorneys involved will be able to review it. It's a huge step in the right direction.
Every officer, including the seasonal hires, will be required to wear a camera. Everything recorded here on this camera is completely secure and cannot be altered by any police officer. Back to you.
Heidi, Dewey Beach is a few years behind other Sussex County police departments getting these cameras.
That's right, Maddie. Many departments across Sussex County have cameras just like these. In fact, just down the road in Rehoboth Beach, they've had them since 2019. And in Lewis, they've had them for years before that. Back to you.
You want to go for a walk at the point at Cape Henlopen State Park? Well, you're gonna have to wait a few months. That area closing today. WRDE's Charles Reinert shows us why this closure has been taking place annually since 1993.
This is the end of the beach, for a little while at least. The point at Cape Henlopen State Park closed once again for the nesting of the piping plover and other endangered migratory birds like the red knot. Nancy Hedgepeth loves to photograph the birds.
My friend and I come out here because every season there's something different. When they close the point, there's generally not a lot here, but a few weeks or months after that, the piping plovers and nesting birds will come here to start their nesting season.
The nesting area is a popular part of the beach for visitors. Hedgepeth thinks closing it is a necessary inconvenience.
These birds could become extinct because of lack of nesting areas. So closing this off really promotes the birds still being around.
Beyond keeping the species alive, Jim Rapp with Delmarva Birding says the shorebirds are a part of Delmarva's culture.
That brings people here. That's what my birders are. They add economic impact to these coastal towns, especially in the off season.
And Hedgepeth says the sacrifice is worth the reward.
When you see a bird that's endangered, it's just really exciting to see them.
A little less beach for more birds. Denrick says that this side of the point, the bay side, will be reopening on October 1st. However, on the other side of the dune, on the ocean side of the point, that part will be opening on September 1st. With coverage you can count on in Cape Henlopen State Park, I'm Charles Reiner, WRDE Coast TV News.
Let's take a live look this evening now into Lewis from the Tunnel and Razor camera. Not quite the point where Charles was, but still a beautiful view. Our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams joins us now with a first check on our forecast. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, Maddie. And although it's a bit on the gloomy side, a bit cloudy, a little drizzly throughout the rest of the night, but that's okay, because guess what? We're going to be watching out for rain, but despite that, still climbing into, believe it or not, 70-degree category. No kidding. But this morning, we started off at 30 degrees below freezing in Georgetown and 32 right at freezing in Salisbury. Now, compare that to our normal numbers. Our normal high is about 55, was 51. 55 is where we ended up, so we're a little bit above there and a little bit below here as far as the low is concerned. Where we stand right now, no rain, no problem. Cloud cover, now that's kind of thickening up. I mean, we're not quite like cold peanut butter with the thickness of this stuff, but we are going to continue to stay a little bit thick with the cloud cover, and that's going to lead to a sandwich of scattered showers down the road. We'll talk about when Mother Nature's going to serve that up coming up in a moment. Till then, back to you.
Paul, thank you. A Milford man is facing multiple charges after a gun went off in his pocket at a gas station. Here's what Milford police say happened. 24-year-old Damian Lee was reportedly buying something from the Northwest Front Street BP gas station. This happened Friday when the gun in his pocket fired off in the store. Police say Lee ran away and was later found in a car on Lakeview Avenue by police. Officers say they found 800 grams of suspected marijuana. They then issued a search warrant for Lee's home. There, police say they found an additional 60.8 grams of drugs that you see on your screen and recovered a stolen gun. Milford police say bail is set for $85,000 cash-only bond. He is scheduled for a preliminary hearing at the Kent County Court of Common Pleas on March 10th.
Young Delaware companies can apply now to compete for what is known as the EDGE grant from the Division of Small Businesses. The division says it's going to accept grant applications until March 31st at 5 p.m. Those who are eligible to apply need to have a business that is less than 7 years old and employs no more than 10 people.
An employee from Lewis Parks and Recreations Department says the city has picked a supply vendor and contractor to work on the Canal Front Park Marina repair. The city says Boyce Highlands was awarded material at $179,425, and the construction will be done by East Coast Contracting of Ocean City. That bid over $225,000. The department says the marina will be open by April 1st.
The city of Milford will host a public input meeting as the city preps for the downtown streetscape projects. That's going to be a meeting that takes place from 6 to 8 p.m. at City Hall on March 8th. According to the city, the project's purpose is to improve a few streets and parking lots that are located in downtown Milford.
A contractor hired by the city of Rehoboth Beach will begin replacing up to 700 water meters on the north side of town starting next week. The city says it will replace water meters annually as part of its capital improvement plan. According to the city, the work will take place primarily along Henlopen and Columbia Avenues. The city says it plans to install digital meters that can be read remotely. The city says meters will be replaced on other north side streets as well, and all of that can be found on our website, WRDE.com. The city says work should be done by the end of March.
Attention drivers, lane closures coming to Bethany Beach, and it is going to impact your commute. DelDOT says there will be closures on Route 1 and Bayberry Road. The agency says that the closures are due to an installation of a rectangular rapid flashing beacon pedestrian crossing system. DelDOT says crews will work on the project from March 6th through mid-April. DelDOT officials do say that drivers can expect delays that are going to occur during the midday and night in that area.
Tesla charging stations are coming to the Royal Farms on Route 1 outside Rehoboth Beach in a couple of weeks. According to a worker at the Royal Farms, these chargers were supposed to be installed by next week. but that changed due to possibly fixing electric issues for the stations. The worker says it's not clear when the installation will be done at the Royal Farms. Well, a new exhibition driving bill could be passed in Maryland, and if passed, it could allow police officers to reduce reckless driving.
WRDE's Britt Leone is live in Ocean City. Britt, you spoke with people in the city about their thoughts on this bill.
Charlie, Maddie, most people I spoke with are hopeful that this bill will allow Ocean City Police to really crack down on reckless drivers, especially when it comes to pop-up rallies like H2OI. The bill would raise the stakes for reckless drivers because according to the Maryland General Assembly, if this bill is passed, it allows the police to tow or impound cars of drivers who have violations. Those violations could be from racing or participating in any kind of exhibition driving, like doing burnouts on any highway or private property that's used by the public. Some people in Ocean City feel that if officers are able to enforce this, it's going to make a difference.
I think it'll make quite a good difference. Yes. You have to do something, so there you go.
City Manager Terry McGeehan says the bill is now with a committee that's reviewing it. With coverage you can count on live in Ocean City, Britt Leone, WRDE Coast TV News.
Thank you, Britt. We are just getting started.
An urgent call for action coming up, how the Ocean City area plans to respond to this employment issue of recruiting more beach officers.
And the latest look at radar and satellite imagery particularly showing a quick thickening of the cloud cover in our area. So expect a few patches of fog and dense drizzle, but rain is also just around the corner.
But first, inking her name in history, this Milford tattoo artist is competing to put her and her city on the map. We're back in just 60 seconds.
The Dot, with the best classic hits from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. The Dot on 107.1, 105.1, and 104.3. The station where you know the words to every song.
I've been in the home exterior industry for over 30 years, personally installing thousands of roofs and siding. And I bring that experience to the All Exteriors team.
And a high-quality product. So tell me about your crew.
Our crews are certified in every product we install. Our experience and our certifications is what makes All Exteriors a company you can trust.
Call All Exteriors and get 20% off all siding and roofing materials. And no payments, no interest for 12 months through March 31st. Call All Exteriors today for your free estimate.
Local tattoo artist looking to cover up the competition as she competes for a coveted cover of Inked magazine.
She has a chance of being on the cover of the globally distributed magazine. She's already in contention for it. WRDE's Tori Seagraves introduces us to the Milfordian and why she's in it to win it.
That is the sound of fame. At least it is for Mina Ortiz at Milford Branding Company. Mina started tattooing as a teenager. Now she is currently in 4th place for the area in a competition for the cover of Inked magazine.
It would just be great to get my name farther out there than little old Milford. Maybe I could travel off of it, do some guest appearances. My kids would love it. You know, there's that $25,000 prize my kids know about, and they're like, Mom, where are we going on vacation?
Mina hopes that by winning this competition, she will put downtown Milford on the map as the first Delawarean and artist to be on the cover.
Tattoo artists go on there because, you know, it's Inked magazine, but not actually because, you know, they won the female part of the competition. So it would be like a double whammy, Delaware and a tattoo artist.
But of all of the tattoos Mina has to show off for Inked magazine, she says her favorite was done by her daughter.
She kept bugging me to tattoo me, and I said, what do you want to do? So a little elephant. I said, okay, we'll do it in pink. That way, you know, if it's really bad, I can just cover it up with some black. But it actually wound up being the coolest tattoo I have.
Votes are still being accepted for the competition up until it ends in April. With coverage you can count on in Milford, I'm Tori Seagraves, WRDE Coast TV News.
DART is hosting an open house hiring event that will happen on March 11th. It goes from 8 a.m. until 3 p.m. Participants will be able to complete pre-employment testing from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. There will only be on-site interviews for bus drivers, auto technicians, and mechanics. Those interested, you must first apply for the event online.
Well, there's more than just an extra cloud or two in place, but here's what we're expecting for tomorrow. 6 o'clock in the morning, showers and 53. Showers will continue until, let's say, going to 10 o'clock. But look at where the temperatures will end up, well into the upper 60s. We'll talk more about rain and clouds and warmth sticking all together in one nice mess.
Your tax return over there. Your tax return at Alton Brothers Home Furnishings in Salisbury. Let Alton Brothers help you get more for your tax money. Alton Brothers, furnishing Delmarva for over 75 years. Have you been to Alton Brothers Home Furnishings in Salisbury lately?
When you bank with the Farmers Bank of Willards, something wonderful happens. You make a difference in your own community. The Farmers Bank has remained locally owned and operated for nearly 100 years, and decisions on where to invest profits are still made right here by local people. In just the last 25 years, over $200 million have been reinvested into our local economy to help local families, businesses, schools, towns, and youth programs build and grow and prosper.
Switch to the Farmers Bank of Willards, where people matter.
Coastal Comfort is your premier Carrier factory authorized dealer. That means not only do you receive the highest quality product, you also receive the biggest savings. With purchase of a qualified Carrier system, you could get back up to $1,550 instantly with Carrier Cool Cash. And you could also qualify for up to $2,000 federal tax credit. Call us today while the savings are hot. Coastal Comfort, we're the experts because we earned it. Coastal Comfort, a Carrier factory authorized dealer serving Maryland and Delaware. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Running a food pantry can be a lot of work, but thankfully, I've got a lot of help.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We brought backup.
We're always grateful to have the Food Line associates pitch in, because the more help we get, the more we can give.
Here you go. Oh, you're so
And our local community needs it now more than ever.
Are we too late?
No, we got you.
Here to fill tables and hearts with hope. Food Lion Feeds.
Thank you.
Here for every moment.
Painting your kitchen cabinets may seem like a great option, but did you know it's only a short-term fix? It's messy, toxic, paint will chip, plus you get no warranty. At Paul Davis, we recommend refacing your cabinets, which adds value and has a lifetime transferable warranty. Update your kitchen now and get 50% off installation and pay later with our no payments, no interest until 2024 option. Let me show you what we can do. Before, after. Why wait any longer? Offer ends March 31st. Call Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling today for your free estimate.
Your tax return over there. Your tax return at Alton Brothers Home Furnishings in Salisbury. Let Alton Brothers help you get more for your tax money. Alton Brothers, furnishing Delmarva for over 75 years. Have you been to Alton Brothers Home Furnishings in Salisbury lately?
Bottom line is, grab your phone, take a look at the squiggly thing in the corner, scan it, and keep it because it's about to start raining. Here's a look at the clouds and radar for right now. Clouds are getting thicker and thicker, and we're looking at warmer air beginning to make a surge coming in out of the southwest. But guess what? It's going to be cloudy, but we're not going to see, well, the temperature is going to go up despite the fact that we won't see much in the way of sunshine. It happens sometimes when you have a strong flow that's coming out of the southwest or out of the southeast. And at this particular juncture, it's basically coming out of the south in general. High pressure system is just kind of slowly lingering its way out of our vicinity. Temperatures right now, we're at 49 degrees in Ocean City and in Salisbury, Delmar, Greenwood, and 1 degree cooler than that in Milton and in Lewis, 46 degrees right now, Rehoboth Beach. It's all about timing with this chance of rain. Now, Thursday's rain. Now, we have 2 waves of rain, okay? 2. The first wave, Thursday morning at 6:30, pushes through Ocean City. Very hard hit there. Berlin, and a hard hit between Rehoboth and Bethany Beach. Perhaps Seaford. But other than that, and that early morning hit, it moves out of the way. Thursday afternoon and evening, a little drizzle, a little sprinkle, temperatures in the 50s. Then for Friday, shift in the winds. Out of the east-northeast, temperatures in the 40s. Now, Thursday is going to be warm with temperatures near 70. Friday is going to be a dramatic about face, okay? Because we're going to start off at low 40s and end up in the mid-40s and rain. So Friday is going to be cold, clammy, wet, and all the ugliness that'll make it kind of look like a Monday, quite frankly. Friday afternoon, and then we have some stronger storms developing in the evening time, too. So we'll be mindful of that. overall, the amount of rain we're talking about, maybe about a half inch to a full inch, generally in the entire area. Snow Hill's the only place where I'm concerned with it. Might actually become a bit of a problem. So we'll keep our close eye on Snow Hill specifically during this rain event. The winds are going to go crazy, swirling on Friday evening out of the southeast, then Saturday out of the east. Now, speaking of wind, Saturday is when the winds go bonkers because we have a shift in what's happening. You see, Thursday we have the first wave pushes through, right? Friday, we have the second wave of rain that pushes through. But then Saturday, you see how the low pressure system is located along the, right along the Pennsylvania and Maryland line? See, it's going to be right close to our neck of the woods. So we're going to have a swirling that's happening, and that low is going to get deeper. And when I say get deeper meteorologically, it gets stronger and has more of a, well, let's say attitude. And that's what's going to happen here. And within that attitude will come very blustery conditions. Here's our forecast for tonight. Scattered clouds, patchy fog possible in 46. 70 for tomorrow, a mild field, but still rainy. Then a drastic drop in comfort level for Friday. Because look at this, we're only going to have a high of 48 degrees after a 70. Remember what I said about Saturday and that attitude? There goes Saturday, 58, but I want you to dress for 38, okay? Then we stay dry for the rest of the days.
But I don't like when you start talking about a drastic drop in my comfort level. All right. The Ocean City Beach Patrol is looking for new lifeguards as the busy season approaches.
Beach Patrol says it could have hired more staff last year, but finding housing for lifeguards has been a big issue. Some people in town think more needs to be done for the lifeguards.
So I don't know what they pay a lifeguard, but my guess is not affordable for living expenses in the area. So maybe if they want more lifeguards, they need to provide some kind of housing.
And this brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, do you think Delmarva beaches need more lifeguards? Let's take a look at the updated poll results from the last hour.
65% say yes, they do. That's gone up, I think, a little bit.
Little bit.
Tiny bit.
Little bit.
No for 30%, 5% say unsure. But if you would like to share your thoughts on recruiting for lifeguards, do you think we need more of them? Please vote, and we'll have those updated results at 11.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Welcome in, sports fans. Exciting times for Lady Hoops fans in Delaware. First round of the DIAA playoffs begin this evening. And if you've been following along with DSN this season, you've been able to see a number of these squads throughout the year. This is the DIAA bracket. Polytech going up against Howard for a chance to play Tadnol in the second round. The ESEAC ladies, Delmarva Christian, fresh off a runner-up to St. Peter and Paul, look to advance up north for a battle with Caravel Academy. A couple other strong Henlopen squads in this bunch. Dover going to try and play spoiler at St. Mark's, while Henlopen runner-up Woodbridge goes at it with Seaford. But the top team from these parts of the First State resides in Lewis. The winner of Dover and St. Mark's takes on Cape Henlopen, who just beat Woodbridge by a point to win the conference on Saturday. Cape hosts its first matchup at 7 on Friday night, the same time you can catch all DIAA playoff games this evening. And tomorrow as well, we'll have the live full game broadcast of Laurel and Appoquinimink on DSN. If you can't be there in person, you know the only place on broadcast television to watch live Delaware high school hoops. That'll do it for sports.
Through the end of the month, get 50% off all of your Valor Roofing materials, plus a free upgrade to HD architectural shingles, and no payments till 2024. Visit valorhome.com or call
833-83-VALOR.
He turns to me to get him to appointments.
She turns to me to help with her finances.
She turns to me for company.
He turns to me for a steady hand.
If an older adult or someone with a disability turns to you, you can turn to DelawareADRC.com for all kinds of resources, from counseling to local services. Check it out and get some support for yourself.
Delmarva Dental Services, open 6 days a week with convenient hours. Call and schedule your appointment today.
16 years ago, we founded Community Bank Delaware with the goal of providing high-quality banking services to our local community. Here you meet with decision makers, people just like you who live in and love this community. We provide the newest banking technologies to our customers, supported by our local team of banking professionals. Our bank serves clients throughout Sussex County, and we continue to grow, all thanks to you. Community Bank Delaware, where community matters.
At Johnny Janosic, our warehouse is overflowing and everything is priced to move. Right now, save up to 70% during our massive overstock sale. This gorgeous 4-piece bedroom, overstock price just $1288.95. This Lazy Boy Rocker Recliner, overstock price only $488.95. Get it now, all at savings up to 70%. Shop the massive overstock sale, going on now at Johnny Janosic World of Furniture and Mattresses.
Through the end of the month, get 50% off all of your Valor roofing materials, plus a free upgrade to HD architectural shingles, and no payments till 2024. Visit valorhome.com or call
833-83-VALOR. Over 70 films will be screened in Ocean City this weekend for the 7th Ocean City Film Festival. Some of them are about the Ocean City area, and some filmmakers are even from the OC area. The 4-day event opens up with Locals Night on Thursday. Tickets will cost $10 to see 2 films at the Performing Arts Center.
More on keeping drivers and pedestrians safe in Ocean City with this new exhibition driving bill. That story coming up on WRDE News at 11.
Our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams has a final check on our forecast and a reminder, get the umbrella.
Yeah, you'll need it for late tonight, but definitely tomorrow morning because it's going to be really rainy at 6:30 in the morning. So thanks to Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling, all you got to do is go to coasttvumbrella.com to enter. Here's a look at our exclusive 10-day forecast. Rainy on Thursday, Friday, very windy on Saturday, and then we go all the way to next Friday and Saturday and speak of those things that I no longer have time to talk about.
Thank you, Paul. That's right. And thank you for joining us here for WRDE News at 6.
For more news, more local weather, download our WRDE News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
And we're going to see you tonight at 11 for WRDE News at 11. Have a great evening.